Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Walrus and the Whistleblower. Sounds like an interesting ballad title, doesn't it? And this documentary is about a man who used to work at Marineland, I believe in Canada, which is basically SeaWorld, and he has this very strong connection to this one walrus, and he winds up leaving because of all the animal cruelty going on in this place, and he goes public with it. And lawsuit after lawsuit after money of just this business, Marineland, coming after this man through the court system and legal actions, trying to break him down, but him not giving up. And in general, this documentary comes from one very specific point of view and is similar to this whistleblower that's focusing on, is a documentary meant to whistleblow on the horrible things going on to animals in captivity, specifically targeting this particular sea-related one, where the walruses and the beluga whales and the dolphins are all treated horribly. And this is not for the faint of heart, as you see some really gruesome things being done to these animals, and you kind of have to really feel what's been going on here. And there's definitely, like, you expect, like, Sarah McLachlan music to start playing over some of the horrible video that you see of these poor animals. And it's a very passionate film and a very passionate recollection from the point of view of this man who is the one being taken on. And Phil Demers, who's this man, this is directed by Natalie Bibo, and she captures the passion and the caring of Demers, and you get to really see a deep dive into Canadian politics, their political system, which honestly is pretty sketchy, just like ours, so that's nice. And you get a sense of the system, and you get a sense into Demers' life and the connections that he has, and it can feel very preachy at times, and obviously it's very specifically about this man and what he's trying to accomplish. From what I understand, that the documentary says, Marineland would not be a part of the documentary. They refuse to be, so you don't really get to see both sides, for better or for worse. But I feel like this documentary is a really important one because it will open eyes for people that might not be aware or really paying close attention to the horrible things that happen in these kinds of animal parks, and like SeaWorld or Marineland. And you really see a passionate connection that these animals make with this man, and you really care. And in the end, like, this guy is very in your face, really trying to get things done, and he could be a bit much at points in terms of like really hitting you over the head with the messaging. But I think this is that important of a documentary that I could get past things like that and really appreciate the message and the story being told. And in the end, I believe A Walrus and the Whistleblower is an important documentary that paints an important picture, that challenges you as a viewer to look at some really bad things happening in these situations, despite the fact that it might be a little heavy-handed, a little too focused on perspective. But in the end, this is a documentary worth checking out when it comes out. I got this early screener, so I got excited about that. In the end, I would say make sure to go check out The Walrus and the Whistleblower. Seek it out once this actually releases in theaters and VOD. Will be worth your time, and I think it's an important story to see. Now, those are my thoughts on The Walrus and the Whistleblower. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.